Chapter 1, Section 4, Solving Inequalities. So, properties of inequalities. Transitive property: if A is less than or equal to B and B is less than or equal to C, then A is less than or equal to C. Addition property: if A is less than or equal to B, then A plus C is less than or equal to B plus C. The subtraction property: if A is less than or equal to B, then A minus C is less than or equal to B minus C. Multiplication property: if A is less than or equal to B and C is greater than 0, then AC is less than or equal to BC. If A is less than or equal to B and C is less than 0, then AC is greater than or equal to BC. Make sure to reverse the inequality symbol when C is negative. The division property: if A is less than or equal to B and C is greater than 0, then A divided by C is less than or equal to B divided by C. If A is less than or equal to B and C is less than 0, then A divided by C is greater than B divided by C. Also, again, to remember to reverse the inequality symbol when C is negative. Solve each inequality. Graph the solution. 3x minus 12 is less than 3. So what you want to begin with is trying to get x by itself. So we can begin by adding 12 on this side to get 3x by itself. So that would be 15 because 12 plus 3 is 15. Next you want to divide by 3 to get x by itself. So x is less than 5. And next to graph. Because this equation does not include 5, you would just have an open circle. And because x is less than 5, you would go into the negatives because that is less than 5. Graph the solution of 3x minus 1 is greater than negative 28 and 2x plus 7 is less than 19. So what we want to begin with is writing the problem. And like we did in the beginning, you just want to get the variable by itself. So 3x minus 27, and then divide by 3. So now you're left with x equals, so now you're left with x is greater than negative 9 and x is less than 6. So here's our number line. So first you want to graph 6 and then negative 9. So if x is greater than 9, then it would have to go into the positives, and if x is less than 6, it would go into the negatives. So that's what your graph would look like. So next you would graph the solution. 4y minus 2 is greater than or equal to 14, or 3y minus 4 is less than or equal to 13. To begin, we have to write our problems again. And like we did again, we just want to get y by itself. So 4y is greater than or equal to 16. We divide that by 4. So y is greater than or equal to 4. And on this side, you would get negative 9 divided by 3. Y is less than or equal to negative 3. So now you're left with y is greater than negative 4 and y is less than negative 3. So to begin with, positive 4, you would color that in because it is including 4. and negative 3, you would color that in as well because it is including negative 3. A tip is if it has a line under the inequality sign, just color it in. So, if y is greater than 4, you would want to go more into the positives. And if y is less than negative 3, you would go into the negatives.